Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Twitch Torrential Trepidation Tournament. I am your returning host, Snipey, and today I'm joined here by...
Oh, I'm Wolfie, one of the people who was behind the scenes earlier.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Yay!
Yahoo!
Yep. And so today, and I guess right now, we're on the dreaded wheel, which will decide which slug cat our contestants have to play as. They're mandatory. It's very forced.
And let's just hope this time it's neither monk nor gourmand.
I'm kind of hoping for gourmand personally,
Yeah.
but
we've had enough.
Awesome.
We've had enough gourmands. We've had enough of gourmands.
Okay, and Rivulet is returning, I suppose. Look at that.
Third place contestant, Rivulet.
All right, so our runners are going to be at Garbage Wastes, which I think is probably a pretty good region for Rivulet to be in.
I got to see my people.
Yeah, because you're just a garbage worm.
Me. I'm so excited.
If one of them does something that angers you, will your eyes turn red?
I just start screaming in the microphone.
But yes, for those of you at home, your job is going to be to watch along. Very difficult, I know. And you need to watch both sides, pick your favorite, and then at the end of the 13-minute and 20-second match, you'll be asked to vote for your favorite participant. The time is on the screen. Please vote.
Please vote. We need the votes to continue.
All right, so we have started. Reminder on your Twitch redeems, by the way, you will be refunded the points once it's over. So don't be afraid to spend all of your money, your Twitch points.
Looks like Orange Lizard was doing a little jig. Makes me very happy.
Yes, Orange Lizard already getting food. Very important if they want to rest at any point.
If they can.
Yes. Pink Lizard foregoing the food. Not quite the hungry type.
And it looks like they are actually going in completely different directions. Orange Lizard getting some weapons, it seems.
It's going right into the scav armory. Hopefully they don't come across any scav that wanted anything in there. And
the Caramel Lizard has gotten them, and the Train Lizard has saved them. Though not for long, it seems.
It's going to be kind of difficult to navigate by the two of them if they decide to keep going that direction. Pink, on the other hand, deciding to go up and to the left. Well, now Orange has a vulture to deal with now. That's fun. Pink on a Sunday stroll here. Very few enemies to deal with, but they are making quick work of this area.
And Orange Lizard actually managed to escape, it seems.
Yes. Sometimes you gotta know when to run.
Well, it's either that or they died up, it seems like, since they've gone back to the, Oh, it's nighttime for them now.
Very dark. Pink grabs a child, now burdened with parenthood.
Let's see how long this child survives, since they do have a habit of not making it very long.
In fact, the more children they are, the harder it is to take care of them.
Yes, the more children they are.
Now, if I wasn't mistaken, yeah, Red Centipede on Pink Lizard's side, going to be very dangerous moving forward. They probably don't want to be in that room for much longer, or at all, really.
Seems as though that the Red Centipede did pinpoint them, and Orange Lizard died for the second time, it looks like.
By the ghoulies, it seems. Dark screen, a little hard to tell. It looks like a... Is that like a eel?
Not completely sure just yet.
Either way, its bite deadly. Both of our contestants back at the start. Again, actually no, it's the opposite this time. Orange not grabbing the food, but Pink taking the time. It looks like they've swapped strategies here, which is very
going
interesting.
in about the same directions as they did before.
Yes, but opposite contestants this time.
A little bit surprising that Pink has yet to come across a Brother Longlegs, seeing as they had gone into the room where about like one or two of them would normally be.
Really, any long legs, not
fair enough.
not a very fun thing to find in Garbage Wastes. Orange making it to, I believe, the Artificer start room.
I think that it. Yeah, no, it's definitely the Artificer start room. Going down, and they had their colors changed.
Yes, no longer indicative of the character that they're playing as.
A little bit confused as to what Pink Lizard is trying to do at the moment, but it looks like Orange Lizard is figuring out which direction they would like to go.
Yeah, Pink Lizard probably formulating a plan on where they want to go right now, but they are kind of circling around the area a bit. Orange kind of already way off to the races here, even though there's not really a specific destination.
Maybe
Orange taking out a lizard there. Oh, never mind. He is back up.
Looks as though they might be trying to escape. And a Brother
Ooh.
Longlegs has appeared.
There we go. Not a good spot for Orange to be in, and they get grabbed.
And that's a wrap for that cycle. It looks as though that the rain is showing up anyways. It doesn't seem like they had much of a chance, sadly.
Yeah. See, with gravity turned off and a Brother Longlegs coming out of the pipe, not a whole lot you can do, especially taken off guard like that.
And considering that they do not have the double jump as Artificer, it was safe to say that they would not have been able to make it.
Yeah. Twitch chat could have saved them though. If you use the teleport redeem, you can get our runners out of very sticky situations, or you could kill them. There's a lot that can kill them.
It looks as though Pink Lizard is going to the Scavenger Outpost. Hopefully they have the Pearl with them.
It's going through a scav checkpoint with the
the Train Lizard got them.
From downtown?
What a shame.
Yeah, no, that thing was not wanting them to live at all. You ever seen a creature filled with pure spite and malice?
Suppose that's one of them.
Yeah.
And Pink Lizard is swimming down.
Orange coming up on a scav checkpoint. I don't believe they have a pearl with them. Scav's not quite fond of seeing them without anything to pay with.
Don't seem very happy about it.
Oh, but
and it looks as though they are going back since they're being chased by
getting their
Caramel
rooms
lizards,
swapped. I think they got past the checkpoint actually. Now they got 7.5 minutes on the clock, both of which kind of sticking to the directions that they started going in earlier.
Looks as though Pink Lizard has a friend.
Yes, Orange is going to have probably a potentially difficult time getting past these scavs, depending on whether or not they're mad at the pass of the checkpoint. Pink kind of in a bad spot here as well, kind of surrounded on all sides.
Looks like two, maybe. Oh no, wait, that's a Miros Vulture and a Red Lizard.
Potentially secured the kill on something in there with that explosive.
And Pink Lizard has also received the child, the Slug Pup.
Actually, looks
Meanwhile,
like
Orange Lizard is going into one of the, what are they called? The chambers, in order to get to a new area.
It's one of the gateways. Something happened. Something happened, and now Orange is just drenched in wastewater. Not a good sign. Somebody should call a plumber.
Perhaps they should climb back up.
Yes. Both screens a little bit hard to see. Orange does have a lantern, but that's not going to save them from a lizard bite.
Looks as though Pink Lizard is going back to the Scavenger Outpost with a Slug Pup in hand. Hopefully nothing bad happens.
I don't know if you can trade a Slug Pup to get access to the scav checkpoint, but it's always worth a shot. Something appears to be going wrong at the scav checkpoint here. They're gone. I think Pink might have thrown a black hole bomb. I don't know what that thing's called.
And it looks like an Eel Lizard has appeared.
Yes, Orange getting taken out there.
Oh, it looks to be a friend, perhaps. And got flung. Orange Lizard back to restarting.
Orange Lizard facing a potential threat from that Brother Longlegs that got spawned in there, kind of blocking one of the pathways, so they probably aren't going to go through that gate.
Looks as though Pink Lizard is attempting to get to shorelines. If I am thinking of the right room.
Yes, though it also looks like the game has been sped up, making this jump particularly difficult. Well, now it's been slowed down, so that might make things easier.
Orange still moving relatively fast despite the speed changes.
Pink makes it to the gateway, gonna take a quick rest beforehand. I don't know if they've fed their slug pup.
I believe they might have. I've seen them jumping a little bit earlier then, so I think they may have actually fed their child.
Always good to feed your kids, guys.
They do need to eat. They do need to eat.
Orange not quite making it into the pipe there, taking a bite to the face. Pink also getting the rest off, and they're about to make it through the gateway. Though on their screen it looked like the meter wasn't quite filled up, but when they slept it was, so very weird. Gravity turned off. That's not going to deter
Pink.
Pink.
Been shut down.
Yeah, not going to deter Pink from getting through the gateway, but they have lost their kid. Oh,
what?
Well, now they're back on the side with their child. Maybe they'll be able to grab them.
Seems as though chat would like them to keep their kid.
Yeah. They're not going to be able to get through that gateway unless they get teleported again. They might wait.
Orange Lizard seems to be struggling a bit again.
Yes, getting out of the first room may sound easy on paper, but with Twitch redeems going off, it is probably one of the most difficult things that our runners can even do.
Looks as though they had killed one of the lizards, though they now have to fight off a green and a yellow lizard, it looks like.
The teleport redeem getting Pink Lizard to the area that they wanted to go to. Though it's a bit dangerous at the moment. They don't have food to rest in that shelter at the start, so they're going to have to be coming into this area from the other side every time unless they can get some food.
There is a lot going on with Orange Lizard. They have destroyed the mass majority of their explosives, not even killing the lizard, it seems, until just now. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard seems to be going to meet Moon.
Explosives always dangerous to handle. Remember to store them carefully, guys.
Looks as though on the Pink Lizard screen, their child has in fact been grabbed and seems to have no longer made it. What a shame.
Yeah. I don't know if it had a name.
I don't think so. Orange Lizard going through the scavenger toll and slaughtering everything in sight.
Looks like the scavenger's got a 1-up on them, though, so Orange Lizard is taken out by a spear.
Looks as though they had gotten a few of these scavengers, though, so good on them.
Yes, going to war against scavengers, a noble effort, but always very difficult.
Seems as though they had swapped places in their progress. Pink Lizard getting ahead compared to Orange Lizard, though they had just died right now.
Yes, Pink Lizard has made it to shoreline at the very least, but they are still going to have to start at the shelter before the gate, which may actually hinder their progress depending on if they're actually able to make it through the gate every time.
Looks as though they are once again going in opposite directions.
Yes,
Not sure which region Orange Lizard is trying to get to.
So we got a minute left on the clock. It'll be interesting to see what both of our runners do with that time. Pink Lizard, I don't know if they can get to anything within a minute, but they are certainly welcome to try.
They are making haste. Perhaps they do know that time is running out.
Again, another brief moment of respite. Not a whole lot going on either
They had just been launched and perished from the damage.
Never mind. I spoke too soon.
Orange Lizard going into... being chased by a King Vulture, it looks like.
Yes. 10 seconds
And
left, too. They might be able to take this thing out.
actually seem to be surviving, shockingly enough.
There you go. That looks like a one dead King Vulture right at the buzzer.
Very impressive.
Looks like any second now our Slugcats are going to get a brain explosion. And there we go. With that, our runs come to a close.
Please make sure to vote.
Yes. The poll is up currently, so please look at, take in mind which one was your favorite. Choose your favorite and vote for them. Please vote.
We do need those votes. They are required for us to continue.
Yes. Now, both runners taking very different approaches. Orange Lizard kind of sticking to garbage wastes. I think they had a little bit of trouble getting out of the main area, but they did take out a King Vulture. And that's tough.
Gotten quite a few kills on these scavengers and many of the lizards as well. Very consistent kill count, actually.
Yeah. Pink Lizard deciding to go on the adventure route and making it all the way to Shoreline.
They were very close to Moon as well, I want to say.
I think they might have only been a few screens away. And with Rivulet, too, it's pretty quick. You can probably make it.
Rivulet is very fast.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, both had very impressive plays in certain aspects and seem to have been swapping places for who was making more or less progress.
Got a couple minutes left on the vote counter, so please remember to vote. Or else.
And we will be going into intermission very soon. Please remember to vote when possible. And and we're oh, and we're back. So it seems as though currently everyone is preparing for the next round. And as before, it is me and Snipey.
Hello, it's me, Snipey. I've been transformed into Rebar. Please don't ask how this happened. I don't remember.
Oh boy, my favorite snack.
Don't eat me, please. I am off the menu.
All right, and soon enough, we should be rolling for our next slug cat.
So it'll be interesting to see what this poll is going to be. Are we going to get it? Oh, wait.
It's Spearmaster.
Whoa.
What's going on with your
Spearmaster? I'm phasing in and out of reality, guys. I don't know how this is happening.
No way. But yeah, it's me, Wolfie, and the Arctic Fox is actually Snipey.
Hello. I think somebody in chat got that mixed up earlier. But yes, Rebar should go to Wolfie.
He enjoyed the rebarb.
Yes,
It was
I
very
ate
good.
it. Just conspicuously rebar-shaped Arctic fox. I don't know where this rebar is.
I can't. I eat it all.
But yes, for those of you just joining us, or for those of you who have forgotten what we're doing here, we are going to have our runners, two of them. They are going to be going through just whatever they want for 13 minutes and 20 seconds while you spam Twitch redeems to make their life harder or easier. It can really go both ways. It's up to you.
On what you want. You could summon a live red lizard, a dead red lizard, give them a child, disable gravity. Whatever you want.
Yes. And remember, you are 100% able to just spend all the points you want. Please spend all of your money in one place if you really want to, because it will be refunded to you at the end. And then you can do whatever.
Then you can continue spawning in lizards or whatever you want. Like, see, there's a piece of rebarb right there.
Yeah, you can fling the slug cat. Please fling the slug cat. I need to see it
it's
happen
very
at least
funny.
once. Also, looks like I am now permanently rebarified.
And now everyone should be set up, and we should be starting soon.
Yes. We, we are about to begin, so please take your seats and leave your hands and feet inside the stream at all times. So what do you
And
want to see out of this round, Wolfie?
I'm not sure yet. It would be interesting to see if they can actually make it to Moon this time, because our last pink lizard was also close to making it to Moon. And it looks like Orange Lizard is doing a little dance for us.
Personally, I mean, starting right outside of Five Pebbles is going to be interesting, mostly because they have a choice here. The choice was made last time too, but whether or not they actually want to go through Five Pebbles or go to the wall. Because going to Five Pebbles is a risky maneuver, potentially, because if they get into the cutscene and then get teleported out of the room, it could soft lock their game. I don't know if the runners are aware of that, but it would be really funny to have happen again.
And it looks like Orange Lizard had just handled an explosive, and ringing is in their ears while the lizards are.
Yeah, Orange Lizard
Something.
being dogpiled right now by a cluster of lizards. Oh, they've been teleported to relative safety? I wouldn't really call
Somewhat.
that safe. Both of our slug cats here not really going to Five Pebbles. Well, Orange kind of not having the choice. They're being taken away by gravity.
And it looks like their vision has changed. At least now we will be able to see everything that is going on, and it looks like there was a scavenger for Orange Lizard.
Yes, Pink having a little bit of a dance right there, going outside. I don't believe they can have any enemies be out in this area, so this walk, at least for them, will be peaceful. Orange, on the other hand, having quite the time at the gate.
And Orange actually made it. And they felt the need to go back.
I mean, they had some unfinished business. Died immediately.
I'm not sure what they were expecting, but thank you for that experience, Orange Lizard. We very much appreciate that. That may or may not be going in the VODs. Meanwhile, it looks like Pink Lizard is taking a different route. I've forgotten which area they would be going to next after this. It'd be Farm Arrays, right?
I don't believe so.
Oh, maybe I was mistaking it for something else.
Yeah, no, I think this is still the pathway to the wall.
Okay,
If they continue going left, though, maybe.
Looks like
they keep getting teleported, so we are not getting to see what is on the left side of this area. Daddy Longlegs. Okay.
That might be a Mother Longlegs, actually. I think I saw a bit of purple. It seems like both contestants are, in fact, struggling quite a bit, and I don't think the timer has been counting down now.
Yeah, Orange is going to have a difficult time getting out of this room to begin with, but also getting past this gateway. Pink, not really in a good spot to even cross this pathway here, but
looks
the
like
teleport will
help
get
them
across. Yes, but can they make it through the pipe? Looks like it's going to be a no.
Afraid not.
Yeah, when you get congestion around pipes, it's going to be really difficult to make it through unscathed. And speaking of pipes, I'm Rebar. Orange getting taken out at the gate.
They stayed at the gate for quite a while. It didn't seem like that it was opening at all. Maybe they don't have enough karma anymore.
Ooh, Pink having the middle gate door, keeping them safe from a lizard launch. Lizard cannon, always dangerous. Yeah, Pink's got enemies waiting on both sides. Luckily, one side does not open back up, so they kind of have a little bit of an open pathway here.
Very
minus
lucky for
the
them, though. They
enemy.
are a bit difficult to see as they do blend in, and it seems as though they had been teleported to the very back of the room, while Orange Lizard has perished again at the gate.
Pink Lizard doing some fancy moves here to take out the Cyan Lizard. And it looks like they managed to get them.
Oh. That's a new sound.
Both of our players inside the gate room. I can't quite see. Oh, okay. Pink has made it out. Has 2 slug pups in tow. Orange kind of stuck at the moment at the pipe. Just flashbanged everything in the room. It might be difficult to even move.
Both parties do seem to be struggling quite a bit. I'm not sure if they can actually make it through that location anymore.
Yeah, Orange kind of getting unlucky with that one.
They might have to go through 5 pebbles if this continues.
Looks like Pink just went up against a couple scavs, or just the one, and made it out the other side, thanks to a... Okay. So Pink back onto this walkway again. Orange at the top of the room. I don't think they're probably going to go 5 pebbles route, but they are taken out by fall damage. Always unfortunate to see.
Very much unlucky that they had a tall room instead of a wide room in that occasion.
Ooh. I saw a red lizard for about half a second there, and then Pink got taken to a different spot, which potentially very lucky for them, though they are currently stuck.
Looks like if they can make it out, they may actually be able to get an echo through this room.
Pink making it to the wall, but Orange getting taken out.
And they seem to be
right outside the shelter.
Flying away. Very,
disabling gravity not going to be very good for Pink here.
Oh, and they had managed to survive, shockingly enough. Orange Lizard going back to the gate once again.
Yes, Orange having a difficult time. The enemy density not really making it easy for them to get out of this area. Pink, on the other hand, has made it outside at the very least, though.
Gravity is very dangerous in the scene for them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a Aquapede seems to have appeared for Orange Lizard.
Oh! Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that, but Pink almost getting taken out by the low gravity there, trying a spear throw to get back onto the platform, and I think getting saved by a room swap or a teleport of some sort, but thanks to Twitch chat, they get to breathe another day.
And it looks that a scavenger had thrown the spear at them, killing them.
Yeah.
Very sad end to what seemed to be a very good run.
I think Orange Lizard got taken out by that Aquapede there.
Looks like it.
Yeah, even though the Aquapede can't move on land, can still kill you, so very dangerous.
And
a
it
King
seems
Vulture right out of the gate. Orange not really having the luckiest enemy spawns.
Green Lizard as well, it seems.
Both of our contestants now just at the shelter, having to start back at square one. They have 8 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock, I guess. We might be a little bit shorter. I think the timer took a little bit to start.
A very intense scene, it looks like, for Orange Lizard. Pink Lizard seeming to have a bit of an easier time, though still struggling with... Oh, looks like Zero Gravity is taking them out of the situation.
Zero Gravity, a favorite among the Twitch redeems, I'm noticing, for this round.
I'm assuming because the rooms are very open, it's a bit more dangerous than what it normally would be. And it looks like Orange Lizard at this time will be going through 5 pebbles.
It's very interesting to see. Hopefully this time it won't cause a soft lock.
There's something going on with Pink Lizard. I'm not completely sure what that was about.
Pink Lizard's screen does not help in any way discerning where really they are in the environment. Oh, okay. They're right outside the shelter. They're good.
If they can make it to the shelter, seeing as there is quite a lot happening outside of it.
Yeah, I think going through the gate's going to be the safest option for both of our runners here, and that's not really saying much, because neither way is really ideal.
Looks like...
Ooh.
Oh, Orange Lizard has managed to make it to 5 pebbles, it seems. With what looks like a blue lizard and a dead scavenger.
Yes, Orange going through the cutscene right now, getting the...
And had gotten killed during the cutscene by a axolotl lizard. What a shame.
Orange getting max karma, though, at the very least, before getting chomped down on.
I wonder what 5 Pebbles has to say about the situation at hand.
He's probably happy.
He gets 2 new pets. Congratulations for him.
Ooh.
Looks as though Orange Lizard is trying to get the other axolotl out of the way, but giving up and teleporting and surviving the fall damage.
Pink didn't quite make it through the gate there.
That was another very close run from Pink Lizard, though sadly it seems as though they did not make it, as you mentioned before.
You know, personally, I really like the randomized palettes because it's Rain World like I've never seen it before. Really hard to look at.
Some of them are nice, and other of them are difficult to discern.
Orange getting stuck at the gate there. Having to wait for the gate to open is going to be a tough spot for both of our runners here, so teleporting is probably going to be their best bet, but that's going to be up to Twitch chat to decide.
Very difficult location, it seems, for both players.
Yes, Pink getting unlucky with all those detonating creatures, kind of stun-locking them, leaving them unable to move. But Pink Lizard getting off a little bit of a backflip there, and throwing some spears into stuff, always fun to see.
Looks as though Orange Lizard is a little bit disorganized with everything happening. And
they've got a red
being
lizard
teleported, going down to meet 5 Pebbles.
Oh.
Before doing something.
Everything seems to be sped up at present. And that
Pink Lizard has just perished.
Yeah, it makes it hard for Pink Lizard to do anything other than die.
And it seems like many of the other creatures have perished as well, considering a explosion. Meanwhile, Orange Lizard is going back to 5 Pebbles, and hopefully this time they will not be executed by a axolotl.
Yeah, Orange kind of going this way, I believe, out of necessity. I think they were teleported into this room. Ooh, a lot of people at the doorway here. Low gravity is going to make this a little bit difficult to traverse, and they've been teleported out of the room. Not good for them. Pink heading back to the wall direction. They might be able to get back outside this time again if you guys let them live.
So Pink Lizard has a slug pup. Meanwhile, Orange Lizard is trying to get past a wall of red lizards before exploding.
I believe Orange Lizard was handed a grenade, and they immediately used it.
Looks as though the same thing happened with Pink Lizard, both of them now resetting.
It's always heartbreaking when they're just about to get to the point that they were the furthest at, and then something takes them out.
Seems to be a frequent situation for these two players, sadly. Though Pink Lizard consistently getting back their child, and a vulture being on the opposite side of a gate? Bit difficult to tell with the darkness, but...
Oh, I believe Pink Lizard has frozen. I think they're gonna have to... Oh,
they're back.
Okay. Waited a bit, and everything works out. One of the hard parts with this 5 Pebble shelter is all the points of contention, because there's really only a few doors that our contestants have to directly go to, which kind of leaves it open for congestion.
Pink Lizard making it past the vulture. And I want to say that they may still have the slug pup with them.
Yes, Orange seems dead set on getting into the 5 Pebbles room again. I think they have faith in themselves to get through that cutscene alive. Pink taking a moment to rest here with their child.
Looks to be a blue lizard approaching and a red lizard on the opposite side.
Orange making it back inside Five Pebbles' chamber, this time without lizards. So hopefully they have a...
Oh, they had been teleported away during the Five Pebbles cutscene.
This looks like a repeat of last time. They might be soft locked. They're probably going to have to restart this one. Unless the room changes again.
At the very least, this did happen during the latter end of both of their gameplay. So if nothing happens, then at least most of their run was not interrupted.
Yeah. The hard part with the changing of rooms and teleporting around is I don't think it works well with Five Pebbles' chamber. I don't think Five Pebbles really likes it that much.
He gets quite upset when interrupted. He seems to not be very happy.
Maybe this is actually Five Pebbles' view, you know, when he's sitting in his box for all of eternity.
Just watching all of this happen.
All right,
And
so
we
because
will
we started
be ending
late,
things off.
yeah, because we started late and this is basically a crash, we are going to be ending the run here. And there goes our remaining slug cat. Okay, so the voting period should start shortly, where you get to vote for your favorite participant here.
Please vote. We need a vote.
Please vote. Listen, I may be Rebar, but I think you should vote right now.
Listen to
And
the
if you-
rebar. It's very
if you-
delicious and nutritious.
If you don't vote, I will be utilized for some kneecapping. Not really. Not, in Rain World. In Rain World, they're gonna sharpen me, and I'll be thrown.
Both players did seem to have a very good run, nonetheless.
Yeah, Five Pebbles is a region, very difficult, I would say, in normal gameplay, let alone for Twitch Redeem. So, both giving a very valiant performance.
Even just escaping the starting room was a struggle for both parties. Though
Yeah.
it was pretty impressive for Orange Lizard to actually avoid a soft lock the first time around when they made it to Five Pebbles.
Yeah, I think they were the closest we've seen so far to actually getting through that area without being banished for all time. Pink Lizard also quite the marksman. That's not the right word, but quite the combat specialist. They utilize some very fancy moves, also getting saved from falling off the map that one time, which was honestly really cool.
It did very well on the wall, which is a fairly difficult area if you are, well, just, you know, not on the platform.
Yeah, you know, the wall is such a very difficult area when you're a Pipe Yard fan. Sorry, Pipe Yard fans.
Used to the enclosed space, having ground to walk on.
Yeah. Looks like our voting period is going to be coming to a close here. Get your votes in last second if you didn't vote already. If you didn't vote, I'm going to be mad at you. Looks like Orange takes the cake as the winner for this round.
Oh, congratulations to Orange.
Congratulations also to both of our runners for giving a stunning performance here. And I believe we'll be heading to intermission shortly, so stick around. I might be normal when you get back.
Keyword maybe.
Maybe. So it was really weird. Be- Uh-oh. Yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Twitch Torrential Trepidation Tournament. For those of you just joining us, or for those of you who have forgotten who we are, I am your host, Snipey.
And Wolfie, hello.
Hello. Oh my gosh, hi.
Where is the rebar? Oh, I was very hungry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The wizard that cursed me granted me a blessing. I'm back to normal. But right now, we are back onto the wheel. Let's get a round of applause for the wheel.
Hooray! Yay!
I was afraid you weren't going to clap. All right, so this wheel will decide which slug cat our runners will be using. And it looks like it's going to be Gourmand, my favorite little chubster. Hello, Gourmand.
A classic and a favorite of today's challenges. A very frequent contestant, too, actually.
And my favorite little goober guy. He's so cool.
Very silly.
All right, but both of our contestants will now be playing Gourmand for a 13-minute and 20-second round where you get to do some Twitch redeems to decide how their game will be played. They will play through this time, doing whatever they want, and you, at the end of the time, will decide which one of them was your favorite. As you can see on the screen here, at some point when it will show up, 100%, it will be orange lizard and purple lizard, as God intended. And nothing weird about that.
Same as it always was.
Yes. And don't be afraid to spend all of your points because they will be refunded to you at the end of the round. So you can feel free to just go to town spamming Fling Slugcat. Please spam Fling Slugcat. It's all I've ever wanted.
And we should be starting our round soon enough.
Both of our contestants here are going to be spawning in the exterior. Very fun place to be. I know I love it so much. Up there with Pipe Yard.
I love exterior. I love not having fun. I love not being able to see. Luckily for me, I don't live in exterior.
Yes. Looks like both of our contestants, hopefully, going to avoid going to the precipice. Purple Lizard very quickly dying. That might need a replay on that one. I think they got like an explosive spear or something. Something blew up.
It was very surprising and very quick. The same thing happening with the Orange Lizard, it looks like. Both may be struggling to get out their starting area.
Okay. Purple Lizard getting to the gate. I almost said the wrong name there. That would have been really bad, because as you can see, Orange Lizard and Purple Lizard are the names on screen.
We realized that a pink lizard was a bit less realistic, seeing as that's more of a purple color. Nonetheless, both have made it out and over into the gate. Though Purple Lizard does seem to be having a few more technical difficulties with the lizard cannon.
Purple Lizard about to leave the room, getting sent back in. Looks like they're going to be stuck in this pipe for a second. Not really good things on both ends.
Looks like Orange Lizard has perished to the ocean of lizards. Meanwhile, Purple had to escape a vulture who was inside the gate as well. Coming across a child, they seem to be
not a good time to stop talking. You should finish that sentence.
It was a bit difficult for me to figure out whether or not they were grabbing the child or not.
Yep.
Seems as though that they have, and have immediately right after lost said child.
Ooh, both of our slug cats getting killed at the same time, so they're gonna be starting anew.
Very unlucky. Let's hope this time around they can actually escape. Purple Lizard making it through and teleporting.
Orange Lizard having a tough start there. with big old lizards ready to eat them. But they make their way out and going over the top path.
Purple lizard making it to where some of the daddy longlegs reside. Though it
One of
looks
them
like they...
in the pipe.
Oh.
Or by the pipe. They were a little hidden there.
Would have ended very badly if they had made it to that point. Coming across a grappling worm, the purple lizard has taken it before getting attacked by a red lizard.
Yeah, can't quite escape a red lizard, especially not there. Especially not with the screen being so dark.
Looks like orange lizard is struggling a little bit in the gate. Still seemingly to be alive, shockingly enough.
Yeah. Once again, gates are going to be probably one of the hardest things to get through, mostly because all of the spawns that you guys put them through, and orange lizard, unfortunately, exploding. Hate to see it.
Just remember, you do have the option to be nice to them if you show desire.
Or, my personal favorite, if you really want to mess with our folks here, if you spawn friend, you know, there will be creatures that decide to be very friendly and move towards our contestants. And then if you nuke creatures, they will explode. You could probably guess what that means by the title. So I'm not going to give you an explanation.
Orange lizard actually managing to kill one of the flying centowings. Very impressive play right there.
Purple lizard with a flashbang, stunning the creatures around, still unable to get through the pipe directly. A little bit of a cluster gathered around there. They might be able to make it through, though. And it looks like they have.
Orange lizard actually making it past two caramel lizards and escaping.
Almost getting caught on the pipe there by a white lizard coming through. But orange and purple, both on the similar pathway here, having to deal with this daddy longlegs.
Purple has managed to maneuver past the daddy longlegs and is now at... not the wall, but... I forgot the name.
Very
At the
beautiful leg.
And having to struggle against a daddy longlegs and a train lizard, it looks like.
Yeah, purple not in a good spot there. Teleported out might not have actually been the best spot for them to be put into, though.
Looks like the caramel lizard has had the fate that they would have had if it wasn't there.
Purple
Meanwhile,
into underhang.
orange lizard seems to be attempting to escape and going to the underhang as well.
Both are runners taking a very similar pathway here. Purple lizard getting teleported back to the start, though. That's going to really set them back here, especially with all the enemies that are still scattered around the place. Ooh, purple taking the time to get food in the crowd.
Orange lizard is currently taking the lead. Just barely making it past a white lizard, but then getting snapped by a red lizard. Very, very sad days.
Very unlucky to have a red lizard come out of the pipe at that moment. But purple taking Gourmand on the warpath here and using his very round body as a weapon. Cyan lizard almost taking its own life there.
It might have been a better fate rather than a mother longlegs, it looks like.
Orange lizard not having a good time with these red lizards.
You can see the deceased right below purple lizard right there.
Yes, purple lizard. The daddy longlegs might still be on the other side of these pipes, so getting through this area, again, probably going to be difficult. Oh, and it looks like they kind of have a little bit of a free area here.
Though they do have to get by a vulture, it does seem. Meanwhile, orange lizard is going back to the route that they originally took before attempting to escape what looks to be a cyan lizard. Oh wait, that might be an eel lizard actually.
It looks like, yeah, it looks like an eel.
Very similar in colors. I just saw it launch across the screen, immediately assumed that was a cyan.
Yeah. Ooh.
Purple lizard seems to have gotten hit by a red lizard.
Yes, red lizards, the leading cause of death in this run.
Seem to be a very popular choice among chat.
Yes, you guys don't have to redeem the things that spawn red lizards.
There are many other options if you just look at them for a moment.
You could give them advice. I'd say that that's much kinder. Ooh, orange getting past a lot of enemies here, and a teleport saving them from a Centowing. You love to see it.
Purple lizard actually just recently escaped a electrical surge through the room that they were once in. That could have easily taken their life if they had not escaped.
Yeah, almost getting stuck there too. The room change has been really clutch for both of our contestants here, but Purple Lizard is the gate here. They might be in trouble.
It looks as though Orange Lizard seems to have gotten unlucky and gotten snapped by some kind of lizard.
Purple teleporting really far away from where they were. Oh, and they found a pup along the way. They might be taking care of this guy for a little bit. I think they've, if I'm not mistaken, I think they've made it to the precipice, and in Survivor's Route, they do not really have anything to do over here. But they can at least get food. They want to go back and take some shelter, catch some Z's.
It looks like they will need to get to a shelter soon enough, though I don't know if they can actually make it past the next area, seeing as the electricity will kill them if one wrong move is set.
There's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what our runners can do here. Orange making it through that gateway kind of unscathed. Looks like they brought a scav with them.
And have gotten hit by the electricity, sadly.
But Gourmand is one tough cookie and has eaten a lot of cookies. I feel like Gourmand can really survive anything, I think.
A very bulky character. That likely saved their life right there. Any other Slugcat would have likely perished.
This looks like there's a grenade on the ground over by where Purple Lizard is. That might come in handy, or be their doom.
Looks like Purple Lizard is trying to wait out the rain.
Also, getting a few bites of that popcorn plant. Gourmand, one hungry guy.
Orange Lizard does look to be struggling a little bit, but nonetheless survived, and seems to be taking a pup with them.
Getting out of the precipice, gonna be a difficult challenge here for Purple Lizard the longer they stay out. Looks like they tried to eat again. They might be trying to feed their pups here.
Currently, it looks like they're trying to get rid of all the lizards and get what food they can from there before taking a rest. Though that may be unlikely, seeing as a red lizard may be going after them.
Orange, unfortunately, dying there.
Purple Lizard is still waiting out the rain, and surprisingly enough, has actually still survived all the lizards.
Yeah, Orange has a tough road ahead of them here, trying to just get through these pipes. Once they get out of spawn, there's only a couple ways that they can go. And when they're crammed full of enemies, not an easy decision to make.
They look to be struggling with a train lizard, hot on their tail, actually.
Looks like it might potentially be friendly, or it just has missed. Well, they're fighting it either way.
Better safe than sorry, I suppose.
Yes. The detonating of creatures not making it easy for them. But Orange Lizard makes it through the gate unscathed. Well, maybe not unscathed.
Nonetheless, a very impressive attempt with them. Once again, showing the bulkiness of a Gourmand.
Purple, unfortunately, perishing there. Looks like Orange's Gate also has now attained a red lizard. Not a good sight.
Purple had survived for quite a long time, actually. Though it seems like waiting out the rain was not a very good decision at the end of the day.
Yes, Purple going back to the underhang, it looks like. Yes, with Survivor's campaign having the precipice not really lead anywhere, it seems like our runners are kind of forced to go to the underhang if they want to make map progress. Though, realistically speaking, this isn't exactly a race. There's no predetermined spot where these guys are meant to go.
Grabbing a worm to launch themselves across while escaping a cyan lizard.
Only 15 seconds left on the clock before our slug cats have a brain explosion. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with their last seconds. Purple lizard hitting the daddy longlegs with their body. They might be able to escape.
No question being whether or not they can actually make it through.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to make it back up in time before they are put into a coma, but let's see. And no.
Very close, though.
Very close. I would say going toe-to-toe with the daddy longlegs is quite the way to go out.
Very impressive.
All right, so that's going to bring this round to a close. The poll is up, so please vote for your favorite slug cat. As you can see on the screen, their names were totally Orange Lizard and Purple Lizard.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
I guess the poll does say pink, and the screen definitely doesn't say Wizard Lizard.
Oh, absolutely not.
Just different names all around. But you guys could figure it out, and you need to vote now. Please vote.
You can do it.
And in case you're wondering who came up with the beautiful names Gizzard Lizard and Wizard Lizard, it was totally Wolfie.
Absolutely. I will happily take credit.
Yes, please, all credit to Wolfie.
If you can figure out which one of us that is.
Yes. Who is the real Wolfie?
Are there any wolves at all, is the real question.
That's actually, that is a pretty good question. Are there wolves anywhere? Do you know? Do you know what a wolf looks like?
No, I've never seen one before. There's not a lot of shorelines.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I've only seen coyotes. I'm not sure wolves are real.
They might be fictional.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, you know, werewolves, you see them a lot. Are they real? I don't know. I've yet to meet one. Please, if you find one, let me know. Looks like the votes are coming to a close here. Got a few seconds left on the clock. Please get your votes in now.
Someone has brought up the creation of wolf spiders over in Shaded Citadel.
Are those wolves?
They might be. They have it in the name.
All right, looks like the vote is coming to a close, and it looks like it's going to be Wizard Lizard taking the win here.
There is no Wizard Lizard. What are you talking about?
It's gonna be Pink Lizard, who we called Purple the whole time, taking the win here. So congratulations to Pink Lizard, and congratulations to both our runners for giving quite the performance as my favorite slug cat Gourmand. He's so cool.
Very cool.
And with that, I believe we're also going to be going back to another short intermission as the next round gets ready, so we will see you guys very shortly.
And we will reintroduce ourselves by then.
Hello, everybody. We are back with the Twitch Torrential Trepidation tournament. A surprise, it's me. I am Wobbles, and I am joined by.
Wolfie over here.
Hello,
Brought to you by
Wolfie.
the garbage waste.
We were having
And
a
we
discussion just a little bit before this about whether or not I got along with garbage worms, and the answer is that I do not, but I will get along with Wolfie for the sake of this event.
Please pray for me after this event, though. It's very unpredictable. Nonetheless, we are about to roll which Slugcat we are going to get.
Are you joking? Ice just told me that we'll be in submerged superstructure. Oh, Saint
And
would have been miserable.
we are back at Spearmaster, which might be best.
I agree. Saint, not exactly the best at swimming. Would have been funny. Would have been funny. But the real question is where in submerged they're going to be spawning. Because there are some places where Saint could use the grapple tongue, could actually fly around a decent amount and maybe get to play. But if they're stuck somewhere underwater, it's going to be. It would have been a nightmare. So I guess we'll find out in a second where Orange Lizard and Pink Lizard are going. What would you do if you were in submerged superstructure? What kind of objective would you go for?
I suppose the only main objective that I could think of is escape.
Yeah? You would pretty much try and ditch it, get somewhere else that's a little less terrible?
I would hope so. Since I've never been in submerged superstructure, so chances are I will not know where I am.
That's a fair point. We're gonna see if the runners know, as they're getting started right now. I've got my fingers crossed that one of them goes for the dress. Hope one of them goes for the dress to try and give to Moon. Not that they'll deliver it to her, but they could put it on. That'd be worth some style points. And
Looks as though currently a slug pup has just spawned, and everyone in chat is agreeing that the best course of action is, in fact, to leave submerged superstructure.
well, I'm glad that everyone's of one mind. We'll see what the runners themselves think. We've already got a little violence over on the orange lizard side of things. Killing a monster kelp, trying to keep himself pretty well armed as they travel. Meanwhile, they're actually up around the Bitter Eyrie, or Eyrie. Not sure how to pronounce it, but that's where they are. So we have one runner going for the chilly zone, and the other swimming.
So both are a tad bit lost, and Pink Lizard seeming to get killed by the rain. Meanwhile, Orange Lizard seems to be attempting to escape the waters.
Yeah, going for a little bit of a swim. I'm going to be honest, I feel like there should be a lot more random creatures. I hate to influence the Twitch chat too much, but we are seeing one of the most violence-oriented characters. It would be nice if they had something to play with. So, do with that thought what you will. Also,
It's like both do not know where they are.
Yeah, I would probably just take a trip up to Bitter Eyrie and play around in the openness. It seems like that's what Pink Lizard is opting for. Ah, there we go. There's some chaos over on Orange Lizard's side of things. But yeah, Orange Lizard has also found their way up. They're going to be climbing this little tower. I can't remember exactly how Bitter Area is organized, but I think this might be leading to the echo that is up in this area.
The Orange Lizard has just gotten flung away.
Ah, yep. Doing
Yeah.
a best impersonation of Chimney Canopy right there. Thank you, Twitch chat.
Sadly just fallen to their death. Will likely have to go back if they can. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard is in the pipes currently.
Yep. Has a little bit of a good swim going on. Seems to have gotten away from most of the creatures that spawned. I think they've done a decent job of killing and surviving so far, but there's only so much you can do in some of these narrow tunnels. Seems like we've got a chief scavenger, and somebody is making everything detonate constantly. I want to give whoever is doing that a round of applause.
Sounded like it was Pink Lizard, since while they were in the water in the pipes, I did notice a few flashes going on, so it was most likely them. Meanwhile, Orange Lizard seems to be struggling with a Mother Longlegs, and had gone teleported out.
I was kind of hoping they were going to be brave and try and use the electric spear in order to engage with them. I'm not 100% sure how much it stuns them. I know jellyfish can stun the Longlegs family pretty effectively, but you probably need quite a few stabs to that creature in order to kill it, so might not have been worth the effort.
They did use the electric spear against the monster kelp, though.
Yep. And, well, it seems like they got it back, which is good. Over on Pink Lizard's side of things, we've got a bit of a corpse clog going. And is that a vulture? That sure looks like a vulture indoors. I don't think it knows it's not supposed to be there.
Might be a vulture indoors, actually. Seems to be frozen, it looks like.
So I will say, so far, neither player has developed what I would call a game plan. It's more of a wander around and try to survive and kill what you can. But Pink Lizard getting the better side of things as far as the action is concerned. Orange Lizard cornered by the very pink frilly critter.
Looks to be a train lizard.
I didn't even know what a train lizard was until this event. I'll actually tell you the truth. I had never seen one before.
A very, very scary creature. They only spawn in the secret campaign of Invert. So that likely explains why you had yet to see one.
Yeah, that thing does look scary. I kind of expected it to have the sort of vacuum mouth of the red lizard. Not sure what it takes to kill, or like if it has that instant kill power, or just how frightening it is.
They're very fast.
They
And
sure
it looks
it.
like Orange Lizard has just died. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard seems to be in a warmer area.
I think Pink Lizard has achieved the campaign objective of get the hell out. And so props to them. They have managed to make it to the gate leading to Shoreline. Good work, Pink Lizard. That, if there were objective points to be awarded, that would be one of them. Oh, somebody in chat. Fire Rise 9402. It does have the same kill power as a red and same one frame chomp as a red too. That's good to know. And oh, we have a rain event trying its best to kill Pink Lizard on their way straight out of the gate and into the Shoreline connector, but it's not going to do the trick. It looks like they'll actually get to leave the superstructure and go play somewhere else. But the same can't be said for Orange Lizard, unfortunately.
Orange Lizard does seem to be a bit lost and struggling with what seems to be a speed change currently.
The way they're handling right now kind of looks the way that I handled when I first tried playing as Rivulet. And a couple teleports from Twitch chat aren't doing them any favors on that front either.
They seem very disorganized.
But they are doing their best, and that's all we can ask of them. Meanwhile, oh, a little unlucky for Pink Lizard, got teleported onto the other side of the gate immediately after it changed regions, but they did manage to get back through with a benevolent teleport from Twitch chat. We're gonna see if they can get into Shoreline, maybe have some lethal combat around Looks to the Moon. Could be interesting. We'll see what happens.
Might even be able to meet Looks to the Moon under the 6-minute mark.
Yeah. We are, I guess that puts us roughly at about halfway through the run. We've seen Pink Lizard make some progress. Orange Lizard has done some good surviving, but hasn't actually managed to get a lot of good traversal in. We'll see if they can survive this downpour.
It's like Orange Lizard could not. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard seems to be continuing to make progress.
Yep. Headed down towards everyone's favorite big sister. Orange Lizard, really hopeful for them that they can get some traversal and start seeing something more interesting than the same couple of tubes.
Sadly for Pink Lizard, it seems as though a lizard had gotten them, and they need to restart the traversing all over again.
Well, to be quite honest, I'm just impressed that they even got through the gate one time in all of the chaos.
Looks like they don't have karma anymore. Though if you do teleport them, they may be able to make it through.
I'm actually curious about that. I think they have to activate the gate in order to load the region, so they may need to... They are going to have to survive and rest. Oh, according to Iced, you can activate the wrong side of the gate, but that might be tricky in these circumstances. Did that detonate creature just take the firebug and make it aggro and kill Pink Lizard inside their own shelter? I think it did.
So, bit of surprise right there.
That was wild.
Looks like Red Lizard is still trying to make it past the gate. Meanwhile, Orange Lizard is continuing their line of fire, it seems.
Yep, this particular room seems to have been pretty rough on them as far as making it through between the monster kelp and all the lizards that keep getting summoned. And I'm not sure what Pink Lizard's game plan is. They've made it across the gate one time, but without the karma necessary, they may have to just go for some rapid farm and then try and get a rest ASAP.
Orange Lizard is struggling a little bit, causing a pit of lizards, it seems.
Yep, that's unfortunately been the story of their run so far. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard's being just completely tormented by this firebug. I'm not sure if they should try and kill it and get a rest right away, or what they should do, but it looks like it... Another detonation, followed by another detonation. This, oh, might be their chance. It's not. They're dead. What a tragedy for Pink Lizard. However, all the detonations are making life a little easier on Orange Lizard. It seems like they've got a shot at getting out of Bitter Airy With a slug pup friend, no less. But only if they can make it a few more rooms.
If they can make it, that would be very impressive.
It would
Though it
be.
looks like Pink Lizard is attempting to kill the firebug as soon as possible.
Yeah, they don't really have much more to lose. After all, they are at base karma. That is a... Ooh, they blew up again. This is one of the most unfortunate creature locks I have seen, and Twitch chat's not really helping by constantly detonating the firebugs so that to constantly draw its aggro. If I look over, I heard the death sound from Orange Lizard just now. Took a look. Looks like they unfortunately lost their progress again. They've been having a rough time of it.
Like, both of them are stuck in the same place as that they've been in for quite a while. I'm not sure if they'll be able to make it out in the last 2 minutes, though.
It will be tough. I don't even know if there is enough time to sleep over and over again for Pink Lizard. Orange Lizard, with some good maneuvering and maybe a few lucky Twitch chat activations, could conceivably make it over to that same shelter. Very nice, stylish flip. Killing that caramel from Orange Lizard. I could see them making it over, but I don't know what their chances are of actually getting through the gate. I don't think they're great. They do have a friend, though.
Pink Lizard coming across a red lizard that does seem to be aggressive.
Well, it just kind of ran underneath them. They almost managed to do evasive maneuvers and hop over them, but they're chomped again. This has been a rough back half of the run for Pink Lizard. The Orange Lizard, little zero gravity, is able to climb. Might be able to get out of this room. Ooh, but they're not. They are choosing violence, and I respect that.
Oh, they're likely trying to get food before coming across another shelter.
And that is a good point. That is a good point. It would be a shame if they got over to the shelter near the gate and they didn't have the food necessary to rest. But there's only 1 more minute, so both runners are going to have to put on their best moves to impress us at the very end of this. So far, Pink Lizard has kind of been dying in the same couple of rooms, but there's not really anywhere else to go, and the firebug presence is making it hard on him. Meanwhile, Orange Lizard constantly getting swamped by creatures around the same few doors, and exploded again. That has been the story of this run.
Pink Lizard is attempting to take a different route this time.
I'm a little surprised that they actually didn't go for that sooner. But ooh, change room teleport, and now they're attempting to climb. I'm kind of interested to see where they go after this. We've only got 10 seconds left. Orange Lizard choosing to hang out in a shelter with a slug pup, hop up and down, and welcome the end. And the kill slug cat command comes in. That will be the end of the run for these two. The poll is up. Everybody, choose your favorite, vote in Twitch chat, and decide who best navigated the chaos of the Twitch integration and the bitter Eerie.
Please vote. It is very important.
Yes. Yes, you have been given a vote. It is pivotal that you use it. We'll be very sad if you don't.
We will also tell Snippy, and he will also be sad.
Yep. I feel a little bad for Pink Lizard having gone all that way and then resting in a shelter with a firebug. Because I'm pretty sure half of the detonations that Twitch chat was redeeming was specifically to trigger the firebug aggro and get it to kill them, and it worked. It worked like a charm.
It was a shame, but it did look like at the very end they did manage to escape that cycle.
Yeah, and they started making progress somewhere else.
Meanwhile,
Oh, go on.
Meanwhile, we're a little bit over halfway with the votes.
Yeah, get your last second votes in, folks. Half the fun is torturing the runners, and the other half is voting. I'm not sure where playing fits into that, but you guys can do the math on that one.
You could change the tides of the votes if you do vote fast enough.
Oh, you can actually change your vote? I didn't know that. Well, either way, looks like about the last 10 seconds. Get those votes in for our runners. Applaud their heroic efforts for trying to even survive in superstructure. 3, 2, 1. Those aren't seconds. The winner is Pink Lizard. Congratulations, Pink Lizard.
Congratulations, Pink Lizard. Congratulations, Orange Lizard. You both played very well.
You made the most of a terrifying situation. And it looks like with that one, we're going to be going over to intermission again. I'm not sure if we have more runs queued up. But either way, we will be back shortly. Thank you all for...
And welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to be starting off this round in Metropolis, and I am your host, Wolfie, and this is Wobbles. Wobbles, say hi.
Hi.
Thank you, Wobbles.
No problem. I follow instructions very well.
And we should be getting our rolling down soon, seeing as our contestants are ready to rumble.
Yeah, channel your energy. Try and rig the wheel with your mind. It's looking... Oh, we were so close to Artie in Metropolis, and we ended up with Monk.
We're back to the
path
classic.
of peace. It will be the path of peace, not the path of explosions.
The path of peace.
Somebody in chat is asking for my fridge.
Are they
There.
going to get the fridge? I'm afraid not,
Absolutely
it seems.
Absolutely not. I don't have the right to give my fridge away, since it doesn't actually belong to me. It belongs to my apartment complex. But that's enough about my furniture and my appliances. We have a match in Metropolis to go to. It's going to be interesting to see how they navigate a city designed for Artificer with a character that doesn't have explosions or a double jump. Iced just said in my ear that the game was made to be traversable by any character.
How lucky for them.
But maybe with a Squid Kata. There it is. There's the qualification I was looking for.
They'll have to find the Squid Kato first before they make any progress. Let's hope that they do. In the meantime, let's start up.
Yep, if the runners are ready. I'm excited to see them get started and see how they handle Metropolis. It's not a region you get to very often or as other characters besides Artificer without some shenanigans involved. But if there's a day for shenanigans, this is that day. We've gotten started. Pretty synchronized beginning as well. And we're off. 13 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Get a nice high spawn up in the tower. We're going to see
Very
which
quick
direction they
teleport,
take.
it seems.
Ooh, yeah, suddenly in completely different rooms, and it's a rain of lizards over on Pink Lizard's side. And a pretty nimble little escape there. I'm not even sure how they did it.
Orange Lizard is attempting to maneuver before teleporting again to an unknown area, and once again, for another time.
I see Fling Slug Cat, Fling Slug Cat. Oh, and a Swallow Daddy Longlegs redemption. We'll see if either player actually tries to regurgitate some stored item and spits up the DLL. I don't think I've seen it happen one time, but we have a hopeful in Twitch chat who wants to make it come true.
Looks like both parties are struggling with maneuvering around the areas. Meanwhile, it looks like Orange Lizard might be getting chased down by a couple of lizards.
Yeah, they have a room that's a little more suited to maneuvering. Pink Lizard is doing their best in the low grav environment with Twitch chat spamming flings everywhere. They've gotten out of the one gravity room, but it is chaos in this long corridor. They have opted to leave. Maybe not on purpose, as they got teleported into the tunnel.
Looks like Orange Lizard has fallen.
Did you see how it happened?
They had gone flung off, sadly.
Well, that's what happens when Twitch chat has control over your gravity and momentum. It's just one of the perils and trials of the job. Now, unfortunately, I haven't been in Metropolis very many times, so I don't know exactly where they can go. Pink Lizard's currently just doing their best to survive all of the chaos.
Looks like Orange Lizard is attempting to find a new route to get through.
Yeah. Oh, I see how Pink Lizard is managing to survive. They've gotten a hold of a yeek. A jeek?
Yeek.
A yeek?
A yeek.
Well, they've gotten a hold of one, and they're able to bounce their way to relative safety. It's working out pretty well for them. Hopefully it doesn't explode. Ooh, Orange Lizard with a disable gravity coming in, hovering right above almost certain death, gets pinned to the wall by a scavenger playing darts, and that's another death for them. Unfortunate, but pretty good survival in some of those tight spots from Orange Lizard.
Speaking of death, it looks like Pink Lizard's yeek has in fact perished.
And they barely knew each other. It's tragic.
Looks to be getting a teleport for a moment. Both trying to find their way around. Pink Lizard turning back after seeing a red lizard.
Ooh, I also think they're trying to be kind of cautious with how they descend in this tunnel, just because the ability to change the gravity, to fling you around, could lead
teleport.
to a death. Yeah, could lead them to a death by impact there. Looks like Orange Lizard kind of has an idea of where they're trying to go, anytime that Twitch chat will let them.
Chat does seem to be very determined to prevent them from getting anywhere, it seems.
Ah, well, what else is new? They're a bunch of troublemakers.
Looks like Pink Lizard may have gotten a hold of another yeek. Or maybe not.
Whoa, I will be honest, I have no idea what is happening in Pink Lizard's side of things right now.
Looks like Pink Lizard is getting flung around quite a bit.
That is definitely true. They are doing their best to navigate, and they've managed to stay alive for quite some time. Just a mild concussion there, knocking them over.
Orange Lizard falling to their death after a small clump of lizards tried to bite them.
I'm starting to get the feeling that the Orange Lizard side of things is cursed today.
Seems like it.
Yeah, definitely liking how Pink Lizard is choosing to be fairly cautious at some of these giant clusters of enemies, managing to stay alive pretty effectively, keep their progress, but they haven't hit a shelter, so they could end up dead and back where they started at any moment. Oh, and a perfectly timed creature explosion as they come out of the pipe actually keeps them alive as they teleport up the access shaft and into this tunnel. While Orange Lizard seems to be making a descent into some of the lower, more normal parts of Metropolis.
And it looks like Orange Lizard had very quickly had a creature explosion with the lizards perishing. Or surviving, actually.
It was impossible to tell that they were dying or not due to the hints showing up in the bottom left corner. But they did look pretty dead.
Meanwhile, Pink Lizard, on the other hand, did in fact perish.
That's unfortunate.
Having to reset all of their progress.
Yeah, we'll see. They're in Orange Lizard's shoes now. Let's see how well they wear them. Orange Lizard's making really good use of this extra agility, dodging all of these creatures, and a lot of helpful explosions. Oh,
Before falling.
Yep, not quite able to make the leap. So, whoa.
Pink Lizard seems to be leaving.
But where they're going, no one has any clue. I don't think that's a screen people see very often.
Looks like they had just fallen. That may have been for the better.
Yeah, probably for the best. I don't know that they really wanted to be in that giant empty space. Orange Lizard has an explosive stick, and it looks like they'll be able to start making their way back down to the base of Metropolis once again. See if Pink Lizard opts to try and do that.
Pink Lizard is going back to sleep.
They said, "Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good." They stepped
Fair
outside,
enough.
took one look at the weather, and said, no. And to be honest, I've had days like that. I get it. Ooh, Orange Lizard
has just recently perished, and it seems for Pink Lizard they are using the monk's low metabolism for the best, though they will have the starvation debuff.
Yeah, that could with all the jumping around you have to do, with all of the creature spawns, and the fact that Monk is one of the vegetarian characters, I'm not sure how Pink Lizard plans to survive. Maybe they're hoping for the reduced weight from starvation to give them more mobility.
Perhaps.
Or they're keeping the karma up. Could be.
Though I'm not sure what the karma theory, seeing as it doesn't seem like either of them really know where they are going.
If memory serves, by going back to the left or down and to the left, they should be getting towards the 5 Pebbles connector. I don't know that the karma is actually necessary to leave, though. Oh, Orange Lizard heated off once again by Twitch chat. Another death
Orange
by
Lizard
gravity.
is struggling a bit.
That was so sad looking. Poor Pink Lizard.
Oh, it looks like that fling actually saved Orange Lizard's life from falling off the ledge.
But now they're headed in a completely different direction. They've temporarily been granted Artificer double jumps by the Twitch integration. They're trying to make the most of it. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard with the respawn has an angry green frilly friend following them. It looks like they're gonna try and climb here. Go back to the area they'd been in before. And the change of soundtrack made me think that somebody had actually died. That is not the case. They are both, for at least the next couple of seconds, still alive. And coincidentally, going back into the starting shelter.
For a second there, I thought Orange Lizard was also going to force a cycle to pass.
Oh, we've got the Caramel Lizard. Spitting at Orange Lizard, who's trying to escort a Slug Pup home. And I think that Slug Pup... It's not looking good. It's not looking good for that Slug Pup. Does not seem... alive.
All we can say is good luck to that Slug Pup.
Well, on the other hand, it will make pretty good friend food if Orange Lizard can find another lizard to feed it to. That would be an interesting little side quest to take in the absence of any direction to go. While Pink Lizard, getting a tase on that eel, might be able to make it into that next room, or they're going to opt for a pretty decent kill on it, clearing out the space, but unable to go right as Twitch chat teleports them back the way they came. Good work, Twitch chat.
Like, both of them are a bit lost with all the teleportation. Originally, they were in around the same areas, though it looks like they have diverted now.
Yeah, Orange Lizard peeked back into the shelter just for a moment to try and get some time to eat their fruit. Or no, it was a Karma Flower, actually. The Caramel Lizard did not seem inclined to let them have another death from Pink Lizard, who is now looking to cruise and finally get somewhere. Their screen is clean for the time being. We'll see how long that lasts. They have chosen to go up rather than down. And I think Orange Lizard is doing the same.
They're back in the same rooms as each other.
I kind of like it when that happens, even if they're only crossing paths for just a moment.
Looks like they are taking different directions, though.
Ooh, Orange Lizard finally managed to get a little upward movement. Oh! That is a dead shot. That is a dead Orange Lizard as well. The sudden slams causing the trained lizard to let go of the Slug Pup and turn its gaze onto Orange Lizard for the kill. Unfortunate. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard makes it back into the gravity room and is going to make it through with an explosive spear. They've got some progress, though God only knows where to.
Looks as though the Karma Lizard on Pink Lizard's side is in fact struggling a little bit with the gravity change. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
teleportations are confusing a couple of them.
They're confusing everybody. I can't even tell. That is a Miros vulture suddenly popping out of that pipe and trying to ruin Orange Lizard's life. But some detonations actually give Orange Lizard a route through, and they manage to survive.
And it looks like Pink Lizard is in a new room, as Orange Lizard goes through the large toll.
Yeah, we're gonna say, are they even going to try and pay? No, they're gonna fight their way through. Nice moves from Orange Lizard, heading into the Chief Scavenger room and finding a Slug Pup waiting for them. All right, they found the end of the game.
Very surprising change of heart from the monk here.
Yep, as suddenly pivoted over towards Artificer's storyline. And it looks like they are, for a brief second, I thought they were going to try and go up the lifeguard tower and sit on the throne.
But
But
it looks like they are going to places that they maybe should not be.
they are going to space. The Monk Space program is in full effect for Orange Lizard. It's Pink Lizard coming back out of spawn again. Only 15 seconds on the clock. We'll see what they choose to do. They choose to sleep.
And it looks like Orange Lizard is taking a bit of a stroll to show their child the beauty of the world.
And they actually, Orange Lizard, after a lot of struggling, manages to conclude the run with a lovely vista and a travel over to the Chieftain. A nice display from them at the last second. The kill command comes in, and it is time to vote. So Twitch chat, it is up to you. Did you like Pink Lizard's low gravity shenanigans and battle royale prowess, or did you like Orange Lizard's sudden burst of exploration and the escort mission with the slug cat, or with the slug pup, to the ends of the earth? You have a little over 60 seconds left to continue voting. Please get them in. I believe this is our last match of the day. So let us know what you think. I lied. It is not our last match of the day. We have one more afterward.
I'll be excited to see what the next one brings.
I am. I'm kind of hoping for another Metropolis, honestly. I wouldn't mind seeing a run back there. But there are a lot of regions to choose from, and most of them are pretty cool. So far, the worst one I've seen, as far as
Is it Pipe
players
Yard?
being able to get... No, Pipe Yard actually worked out. They were able to use the fact that it's a hub for so many regions to get out. The real killer was farm arrays, of all things.
Huh.
Too much wormgrass. One bad
Wormgrass
fling.
was a bit of an issue.
Yep. One bad fling. Dead Skugs. Anyhow, this poll is nearly at its end. We're going to see who won the hearts of Twitch chat in just a moment.
That slug pup did survive for a surprisingly long time.
Yep.
And it looks like Orange is the winner.
Excellent work to Orange Lizard. Quite a turnaround in their fortune, honestly. They were struggling quite a bit to get anywhere or survive, but that last burst and ending on the Vista, I think, was a really good selling point for the entertainment factor. But good work to both runners.
Does also seem like they did enjoy seeing that slug pup survive for such a long time.
Yeah, Twitch chat has enjoyed creating slug cat daycare situations. But with that run, we are going to be going to another intermission. We will...
And it looks like we are back. Once again, it is me, Wolfie, and Wobbles. Wobbles, say hi again.
Hi again.
Alright, thank you, Wobbles.
No problem.
And today or at least this round, we're going to be going to Shaded Citadel.
I am looking forward to seeing if we can see. And I am looking forward to spinning the wheel and seeing which fortunate slugcat gets to hang out in one of the coolest and darkest regions in the game. The wheel is spinning. And we have another Spearmaster run.
Today's been filled with Spearmasters.
I know personally I wouldn't complain. I enjoy having sticks on demand, although you don't always get all of the opportunity you would like to pull them out. Not when Twitch chat is interfering. But they will have the ability to slay on demand, more or less, as they go into Shaded. It looks like the runners are just about ready. 13 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock to entertain Twitch chat. Let's see who does it best. I'm ready when they are. Are they ready? Yes. All right. We will be starting shortly. I'm glad that somebody
you two may start
just redeemed
in
Play
3,
Random Song. Thank you, Cyrillith.
Oh, we can hear a bit of some background noise from one of our producers.
All right, it has begun. I like the irony of giving spear to Spearmaster. Thanks for the head start, Cyrillith.
It's the thought that counts for them.
And the helpful advice. So we're already kicking things off with some start random creature, but it also looks like we're having some loading issues on Pink Lizard's side of things. Timer hasn't quite started yet, so we may be looking at a reset here.
In the meantime, it does look like Orange Lizard has perished.
Yeah.
But are going right back to action.
Yeah, they said if you're going to give me time to warm up at least, I'm going to take it. Hopefully Pink Lizard can get the tech issues resolved. I see that that Orange Lizard is lighting up the room with their sunny disposition, they are headed over to the Shadow Lizard territory, and it is rocking a hard place for them with a train lizard on the right and an orange on the... Oh!
That train lizard is not very happy to see an orange lizard attempting to take their kill.
Yeah, but it does say spawn friend down in the bottom right, so... You know, since, I think since Pink Lizard hasn't been able to get started, I don't want to bias the chat unfairly. So we'll just enjoy some of the shenanigans for now and wait patiently for them to get started. Based on where they're spawning, Wolfie, if you were thrown into this match, what do you think you would do?
I don't think I actually recognize this area. So, frankly, I'm not all that sure.
So
Though I would probably
go on.
take a right, seeing as that's where most of the exits are in the Shaded Citadel.
Yeah, so this area is reasonably close to the shoreline exit and where the Echo is. So I think right might be the best bet. Left would have a lot of darkness traversal before being able to make it to industrial. So if they're willing to take that chance in the dark, we might see them go towards the area that's probably more fun to play in than shoreline. But if they want the easier exit and they want to go somewhere else, then I definitely think they're going to the right. Am I still connected to the internet? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, you're still connected. You're still connected. Don't worry.
Okay. It got quiet for a while.
You didn't get Pink Lizard. It's alright.
Too soon, Wolfie. Too soon.
I'm sorry.
We're going to have a really quick intermission as Pink Lizard sorts out the technical issues. We will be right back. Alrighty.
And we are back. Hopefully everything has been fixed now. Apologies for last time. Just in case you've forgotten who we are, this is Wobbles and I am Wolfie.
Hello,
And we are
everyone.
playing Spearmaster on Shaded Citadel.
And I am looking forward to it. It is, I think it's a different spawn from the one that I had seen before. This one nestled a little deeper in the darkness. So it'll be fun to see which direction the players choose to go. They could hang out, they could hunt things in the dark, or they could head over to Industrial or over to Shoreline. Oh yeah, and with Downpour, there is a route over to Garbage Waste. Would be kind of fun to see one of them try and take that. But it looks like that both players are ready to start, and they are off. Pink Lizard's game loading. Orange Lizard's doing the same. Let's see what happens.
Both of them starting off in a very dark area, it seems.
Yeah, if they go into this tunnel to their right, they're going to be headed toward Shadowy Lizard territory. It's a decent tunnel for Spearmaster, I think. Able to actually use the spears to their advantage. And
Though
Yep.
It sounds like one of them had gotten already bitten. It was Pink Lizard.
yeah, Pink Lizard right out of the gate gets snapped up. Meanwhile, Orange Lizard doing a little hopping and dancing around a Shadow Lizard in the dark there. And manages to get a stab on a White Lizard and get out of that room. First one out. Looks like they are looking to get to the northeast, possibly headed to Shoreline, or maybe they're just trying to get somewhere where it's a bit easier to see. Either way, they're already making progress, and Twitch chat denies them with an immediate teleport.
It's like Pink Lizard with the teleport has actually gone out.
Yeah, and this is, in fact, the garbage waste connection area. So Pink Lizard, if they can make it on over there, will be able to go in through the Scav Fortress entrance that was added in Downpour. And, oh, zero gravity is going to help them. They've managed to make it part of the way. If I were them, I would try and get just the tiniest bit of food and get into the shelter ASAP. Ooh, nice stab. And speaking
And it
of
looks
food,
like Orange Lizard is back into the same place they were, though having some difficulties with all the enemies in the same area. And it looks like there's also a vulture inside the complex of Shaded Citadel.
ooh, we've got Pink Lizard. It looked like they were trying to get that slug pup over to Garbage Waste, and I think they've given up on it now, having seen it die at the maw of the Green Lizard. The side quest failed successfully. They are not quite enough for food to rest. Not a green lizard, an eel, my bad. Ooh, and that spear exploding as they hover inside the shelter in zero gravity. It looks like they've locked in a bit of their progress over towards Garbage Waste, while Orange Lizard is getting started in the Shadow Lizard territory once again.
Looks like Pink Lizard is ready to get out as soon as possible, immediately leaving. Meanwhile, Orange Lizard getting back the progress that they had lost beforehand.
Yep. I'm a little surprised to see them not taking the free stabs onto the Lantern Mice here, and just taking the easy food where they can get it.
Perhaps
But-
they are a bit more benevolent. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard, it seems to be, had just gotten bitten during the time frame they were trying to get through the gates.
And they have a new roommate. This is very cool. They have a train lizard in the shelter with them. They've got a little bit of leniency for getting through the Karma Gate, going to Garbage from here. It is one level above base Karma. If they can get in there and find another rest, they'll be able to lock that progress. Meanwhile, Orange Lizard having the time of their life with an absolutely wild battle royale.
Looks like a train lizard has shown up to crash the party for Orange Lizard as well.
Ooh, did you see those hops around that blue lizard? Actually, well, the blue lizard looking kind of friendly. Now that I'm looking a little closer. We have
Though I'm not
slow-motion
sure if all
lizard
those
cannons.
other lizards are friendly.
I doubt it. That is for sure. But the slow-mo effect and the anti-gravity gonna help Orange Lizard navigate the chaos a little.
Pink
But they-
lizard just narrowly escaping the horde of lizards.
Oh, and the Orange Lizard just barely escaped all of the spiders by going up through that tunnel. They were an inch away from death. Nice escape from them. Based on the door they're trying to get to. Oh no, that is a shelter. They're trying to get a rest and get the progress locked in.
Pink lizard actually jumping past the lizard cannon, it seems, might actually be able to save their progress when possible.
They've just got a little farther to go, but that is looks like another train lizard. They managed to hop over it.
Looks like the lighting change is in fact helping Orange Lizard get through everything. Though it does seem like for Pink Lizard the opposite is happening.
Yeah, it's making... So, not Shaded Citadel is now dark, and Shaded Citadel is now light. Orange Lizard stuck in the corner there, and manages to somehow escape. I have no idea how they did it. They've been trying to get to that one shelter the entire time, and they're just gonna have to bail, but they are still alive against all odds. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard gonna try and find a snack. Good choice on the
Lizards
Karma
do seem
Flower
to know
there.
where they're going.
Oh, we have a stray child on Orange Lizard's side of things, and a quick teleport is actually going to get them into another room here. And a sudden lizard cannon coming out and eating their newfound child. That is just tragic.
Looks like Pink Lizard, in the meantime, is trying to collect food while they can before attempting to find a shelter, most likely. And Orange Lizard is fleeing from a White Lizard, who seems to be getting distracted by a spider.
Ooh, I like the nice long-range shot. Looks like Orange Lizard is going to get to rest next to the Shaded Citadel and Shoreline Gate, assuming nothing unfortunate happens to them, which is a big assumption. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard headed on over to the Scab Fortress through garbage waste. Both players taking completely different directions, and extremely close for Orange Lizard.
Like, Orange Lizard might have to force hibernation to get through.
Oh, that is risky. There is a popcorn plant on the other side. They will get a lot of food for that. But if I remember right, Spearmaster doesn't actually max out their food from a popcorn plant. They get a set amount of food from it. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard had the most chaotic explosions that I've ever heard in my right headphone ear on that side of my screen. Somehow still alive. I
Like
don't
for
know what
Orange
happened.
Lizard, the risk did not seem to pay off, though they do get a shelter failure, it does look like.
Yeah. They've got the shelter failure. They are back where they started, and another pallet swap here is going to give them full visibility and shaded for 2 seconds. It was nice while it lasted.
They did use it to their advantage while it was there. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard does seem to be going up.
Yep, they are... Oh, wow.
Ooh,
Nice
immediately
reflexes
stopped
on...
by the train lizard.
Yeah, I think they had a slug pup hat and they lost it just now.
What a shame.
Ooh, change rooms effect coming in, suddenly warping them all the way up to the top. Pretty disorienting. That is a lot of dead creatures. And at least for now, though, Pink Lizard isn't among them, as they head. They're trying to get over to the scavenger toll. And
They'll
another
probably
really...
fight their way through the scavenger tool if they do not have a pearl on hand.
We'll see. They do have a child, once more, and the creatures keep exploding. If people keep using the exploding creatures option, they might just get through the toll, without having to pay, but I'm not 100% sure about this rain. I don't know if it's going to let them.
Looks like Orange Lizard is struggling to maneuver a little bit with all the flings happening.
Yep, they're... Actually, it looks like they're also headed over towards the garbage waste area. Okay, they are alive, but I can't tell where they are.
Pink Lizard seems to be using the rain to their advantage.
Yeah, I think they may just make it through the scavenger toll. I don't see any living scavs around. They've just got a couple lizards to get past, and they will have made a very effective traversal, but that is a lot of rain. Is it actually the end of their cycle time, and are they dead?
No, it looks like it's still the beginning of their cycle.
Okay, nice moves from Pink
Cycle-
Lizard. Managed to navigate through the pre-cycle and the rain. But they still have a bit to go, and oh no, there's a firebug in the top right. So those have proved ruinous for people.
Looks like Orange Lizard is currently struggling with the gate. And it looks like they have a daddy longlegs on one of the sides.
They attempted to hop off the core of the daddy longlegs and zip through, and at the last second, one of the Rubicon Guardians looks like it spawned, just to add insanity to injury. Thankfully, we have loading screen hints.
And it
I
looks
hope-
like Miro's birds are in the garbage waste.
This is just crazy. Pink Lizard, oh, really good decision making from Pink Lizard, actually adapting really well to the chaos. Has found another way to go and just continues to explore. Taking the high road here in this chamber, which I'm not really sure how to describe. Oh,
Filled
that
with
is
brother
unlucky.
longlegs.
That is unlucky. This is unlucky for both of them. I'm looking
This
over
chamber
Orange
at the
Lizard's
bottom
screen
of
and-
garbage waste is actually filled with garbage. Is actually filled with brother longlegs who are protecting pearls.
What do you suppose is on the pearls, or do you think they're just greedy?
They're empty pearls that are normally used to befriend the scavengers around the area. Though one wrong fling or teleportation could cause the end of this player's run.
Yep, we are closing in on the 2-minute mark. Not much longer for these runners. We've seen Pink Lizard make great progress around the world. Orange Lizard has shown some very good play in the face of adversity, but has had just a few unfortunate deaths, keeping them from saving their progress.
Looks
They
like
are headed-
Orange Lizard has also decided to take a new route at the bottom of Shaded Citadel.
Yep, said if garbage waste isn't working, if shoreline's not working, I'm headed over to memory crypts. And they, with the added spears from Spearmaster, I think they stand a decent chance of making it, unless this monster kelp has something to say about it. Have they survived? They have. Another excellent evasion from Orange Lizard, while Pink Lizard stalks prey in garbage waste and heads over to drainage system.
Though it does look like for Orange Lizard, there is a Cyan Lizard on their tail attempting to eat them.
There is also a lot of rain. In case anybody was wondering why the game is called Rain World, that is why. There is rain.
And sadly, it looks like the rain mixed with the Cyan Lizard has caused Orange Lizard to reset their progress. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard has made it to the gate.
Yet another gate and another shelter just needs a tiny bit of food. It seems they have a friendly lizard following them. Are they going to harvest them? By the sound of that spear, it sounds like they will. They're trying to get one more food pip so they can rest. They got the stab. Will they make it into the shelter? Oh, Pink
And it
Lizard
looks like
did.
they have.
Pink Lizard with a tremendous amount of traversal and progress in this run.
Orange Lizard finding a shelter, realizing that they have no food, is forced to go back.
Actually, I think it's the starting shelter. That is a lot of lizards for that tiny tunnel. This is the kind of stuff Orange Lizard has been having to deal with in Shaded. I've tried 3 routes, none of them have worked out, unfortunately. And that should be time. We are just about at the end. The Kill Slug Cat command comes in as the Karma Gate triggers, and Pink Lizard, very technically, makes it over to drainage system as the run ends. The poll is up. Everybody vote for your favorite slug cat or lizard, going by the names. You have about 2 minutes. Choose a winner Who entertained you the most? Please vote. Please vote. Please vote.
Uh, both did have very talented plays, though it did seem like Orange Lizard just had the bad luck of the day.
Yeah, they had a lot of really cool escapes. They made the most of these tight situations where things were just all up in their grill and they managed to get out and they almost made it to shoreline, but they weren't quite able to get the food they needed to rest and get across the gate. And that got them stuck and shaded for pretty much the entire run, but the play was pretty good. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard just booked it across the world, patiently navigated the scavenger toll, and managed to make it all the way to drainage system from shaded. Two very different ways of going about it, both pretty cool. Excited
Seems
to
like
see who wins.
did seem like both of them had the same plan of getting out of shaded as soon as possible.
Yep. And, uh, well, both players played well, and it seems to be reflected in the vote. It is neck and neck. We only have a few seconds. If anybody wants to be the tiebreaker, do so now, or we will have to flip a literal, physical, real life coin to determine who wins. Oh, the buzzer beater! Pink, with the last second vote, comes in at 8-7. A very close match and a very fun run.
Congratulations to both players. You both very clearly entertained at the Twitch chat.
Yep. A nice, tight battle for what I think is the last run. I might be lying again. We'll find out. We're going to go to intermission very briefly.
And
We'll
we
see you
may
in
or
a
may
few.
not see you soon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Twitch Torrential Trepidation Tournament. I am Wobbles, and I am joined by...
Wolfie here, hello. Greeting you all the way from Garbage Waste.
And you must have said hello to a couple of the slug cats who passed through you recently.
A few of them here and there.
Yeah, we had a couple fun runs just recently with a lot of traversal, Garbage Waste featuring heavily, but this time, we're going to Pipe Yard. And we're about to spin the wheel and find out who our runners will be playing in this most beloved of DLC regions.
You know, Pipe Yard is actually one of our commentators' favorite locations in the entire game. And it looks like we might be re-rolling.
It seems there is the executive decision to re-roll and not have the 30th Spearmaster run of the day, and instead we get
Barely
the blue,
rivulet.
Yep, the blue frilly friend, everyone's favorite rivulet. Yeah, headed to Pipe Yard. There's Riv is going to be interesting to see in Pipe Yard with the added maneuverability, letting them actually just ascend some of the pipes, the wider gaps, with nothing but wall jumps, and also being able to handle some of the watery areas. It'll be interesting to see where the runners go, but first we have to find out where they spawn. So I'm looking forward to getting into this one. Oh, I'm having a technical issue here with the stream on the Discord side of things.
Something has changed.
So we may be operating on a little bit of a delay.
But it does look like our runners have started.
Yeah, we'll be operating on a bit of a delay. Our local stream that we're using to watch is a little messed up right now, but we can see the same stream that everyone else is watching. So if you don't mind us being just a moment behind. Oh, we've already got a
we are back
lizard.
in action.
Oh, excellent.
And it looks like we haven't missed very much other than the average amount of lizards and apparently a vulture from Pink Lizard's side, which they just narrowly escaped from. Sadly for Orange Lizard, they did not gain the same fate.
Yeah, a pretty typical amount of creatures starting off for Orange and Pink. And oh my goodness, that is blinding.
Well, very bright.
I have no idea what's happening. If Pink Lizard does, they are a better Riv than I. Looks like they're headed down and to
Let's
the
just
left.
hope Pink Lizard is used to light mode.
I don't know very many people who use light mode.
We can only hope that Pink is one of them because, good God.
Yep. This is actually a room that Rivulet can function in quite well. Normally has some eel spawns in it, but we're talking about the best swimmer that you can play as. And can actually hop on water with a good enough timing. It seems like Pink Lizard does exactly that. More or less coasts through the room, but there's quite the lizard pileup over at the edge.
Orange Lizard's still struggling to get out starting zone and having to deal with a red lizard and just narrowly escaping this time around.
There were so many creatures just in the moment you wake up. It's like, at least let Riv have their coffee first, you know?
Let them get their energy for a bit. Give them a bit of a break.
Yeah, and ooh, I can't tell. Unbelievably, Orange Lizard somehow seems to have survived close contact with all of these lizards. A few explosions and detonations coming in from Twitch chat, helping them out. And meanwhile,
seems like they actually managed to escape.
Yeah, and I believe they're headed in roughly the same direction that Pink Lizard is. We'll see if they choose to go that way, or if they're going to try heading up and to the left. It seems they're going down. Whether it's actually their choice is anyone's guess. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard has adopted a small slug pup that they found, and is doing their best to climb these spikes and get out of this kind of claustrophobic room.
Orange Lizard is having a similar problem attempting to escape the waves of lizards and water, though that issue might become more difficult as a green lizard, as My apology. A red lizard actually has joined the party, but they nonetheless have managed to escape as the color of the background changes.
I'm going to level with you. I have no idea how these runners aren't dead. The pink lizard coming dangerously close to those DLLs up in the top. And now they're just down in the middle of a lot of chaos. And somehow getting to an exit, despite the fact that there's almost nothing you can do to see what the heck is happening. I
Looks
am
like Orange
genuinely
Lizard.
impressed.
Looks like Orange Lizard does get a little bit of peace of mind and some food while they get through. Though Pink Lizard does not seem to be getting that luxury.
Yep, a lot of the zero gravity plus creature detonation right now. There's a lot of flying lizards. Oh, and another pop just as the 0G runs out. This Twitch chat has been pretty friendly, helping to clean out the problems that they themselves are making.
It reminds me of the those snails.
Oh yeah, this is like a room-wide pop bug. Unbelievably, and I genuinely have no idea how neither of them have died in quite some time.
Both are managing to actually make progress, which is pretty surprising. And such small corridors being the pipe yard, it's surprising that they have yet to be bitten.
Ooh, with a fling and another fling and some teleportation assistance. Actually, Pink Lizard has ended up back at the very start, completing a circular cycle.
Looks like Orange Lizard is in fact stuck in their own pipes with what looks to be 2 or 3 red lizards, it seems, and a myriad of more.
Yeah, all those ones, thankfully, to the bottom right were dead, so they've made it down into the Centipede and Shadow Lizard zone of Pipe Yard, while Pink Lizard pretty much ended up doing a complete circle and has started once again from scratch for this cycle. I'm curious to see if they're going to try and go a completely... Oh, Orange Lizard with a death. I didn't see how it happened. I just looked over to Pink Lizard's screen.
Very sad for Orange Lizard, but it was fairly impressive for them to even survive for such a long amount of time. Looks like both these players are neck and neck in matching of skill.
Yep. Oh, Give Explosive kicking in just as Pink Lizard decided to try hitting a button, and they exploded and died. A little unfortunate. We have shelter failure, and this is not the kind of shelter failure that Rivulet can handle, being right next to the rain. They're much better at dealing with it when it floods, not so much when it tries to kill you from above.
And that example is sadly shown via Orange Lizard.
Yep. Proving rather difficult to actually make it out of this starting area. They both did a good job, but they are back at square one, almost halfway through the run. We've seen some impressive dodges, some impressive maneuvering. Let's see if they can keep it up and if they can make some progress out of this pipe hell that they found themselves in.
Like anti-gravity is causing Orange Lizard to struggle a little bit, but meanwhile Pink Lizard using that to their advantage to get rid of some of the lizards blocking their way.
Yep. Both players dealing with a little tunnel clog from some red lizard corpses, and that is a lot of new friends to make. Down on the bottom left of Pink Lizard's screen, they dive into the massive bodies and somehow get through,
And
only to
only
explode.
perish by likely holding an explosive, which is fairly surprising.
Yeah, it was very impressive that they managed to get into that exit, but I'm not even sure what it was that made them explode. But at the end of the day, they are back at the start of the day. Back at the same old shelter, while Orange Lizard has made it back down to the Shadow Lizard and Centipede tunnels.
The dark pipes.
The dark pipes.
Looks like Pink Lizard is stuck between a rock and a hard place with 2 train lizards.
I am looking over into Twitch chat right now to see just how many of them might be friends. There are a few friends among them. The tricky part is figuring out which ones among the lizards that instant kill you are actually friendly.
Looks like Pink Lizard is not staying to find out.
Nope, they've actually very rapidly made the same kind of progress that Orange Lizard has, and they are both now down in the dark pipes. And a few teleports actually gonna zing Pink Lizard through those tunnels. And they're well on their way to getting out of Pipe Yard. Ooh, and an unfortunate death for Orange Lizard. Going through a tunnel, it looked like they got eaten by a spider.
Hopefully Orange Lizard will be able to make the same progress that they did in the next 5 or so minutes.
Yeah, it seems like once they're actually able to move, they can get through these tunnels very quickly, but that is not a guarantee when Twitch chat is summoning an entire army of lizards. Oh, Pink Lizard is moving quickly. And it seems like they have, they've got an escort mission going. I think they've got a slug pup with them.
They might have 2 slug pups, it seems.
Oh, that's wonderful. The joys of parenthood. But I'm not sure exactly where they're going to go right now.
Seems like
wow.
they've been a bit disorganized with the darkness.
Those sudden moves, though, I cannot believe they got through like 2 or 3 lizards right there. And they are still trying to keep going. They're desperate to make it to a shelter so they don't have to keep respawning in the same place. And Detonate Creatures comes in. Is going to clean things up a bit for them. Maybe.
Oh, and it looks like Orange Lizard has a screen change. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard can use this to their advantage, being able to see now.
Yep, and there is a shelter right over there. I don't know if they've actually eaten those. They can't lock that progress in. Maybe they have. They're going in. They're running into the shelter. Maybe they're just going to find out. Ooh, Pink Lizard actually did get enough food to rest.
Just
they're gonna be
barely, though.
Yeah, they're getting out of that starting area. Actually making progress, while Orange Lizard is having a trip. Just a complete trip over in their section of Pipe Yard.
Looks like Pink Lizard is a little bit lost now in the darkness. Meanwhile, Orange Lizard taking the same route as they did before and making very quick progress.
I don't know if you saw that, but Orange Lizard was falling and falling and falling and falling, and then got teleported into a pipe after they had hit terminal velocity, which
Just
stopped
barely
their
making
momentum and kept them alive. And meanwhile, Pink Lizard, I'm trying to remember, I think this is like...
Orange
it's
Lizard shot past one of the black lizards, but then proceeded to get bitten by the same black lizard.
Is unfortunate. They can still make a bit of a decent distance, but there's a mystery as to where they're going to choose to go at this point. Pink Lizard has chosen the traveler's path. They've gotten their rest. They've managed to make it to new environments and find new things to die to. And now they're floating.
Seems like they're about ready just to get out of Pipe Yard.
Yep. And a little bit of help from Twitch chat is going to make that a lot easier as they switch rooms all the way up that pipe and past the green lizard that was in their way. Meanwhile, Orange Lizard getting a little snack really quickly. And an unlock. Points for the unlock. Definitely. Ooh, nice sudden reversal of momentum using the spear throws in order to cancel out the zero gravity. Great dodge of death from Pink Lizard.
Looks like on Orange Lizard's side, there was either a brother or a mother long legs right above, and they had to take the different route to the side. Meanwhile, being followed by a green lizard that seems to be friendly.
Yeah, but thankfully, Orange Lizard is actually Houdini and just completely escapes death right there. Courtesy of teleportation. Meanwhile, oh, that does not look good on Pink Lizard's side of things. So that is a lot of weird wriggly critters. And I think that's a red centipede. Oh.
Ooh, I'm not sure if Pink Lizard will be able to make it out of this one.
Twitch chat says yes. Twitch chat says change rooms. And the centipede says nothing, it's dead. Pink Lizard is somehow still alive. And they are getting out of there.
I would want to leave that room too, I can't blame them.
I am once again fascinated that Pink Lizard is alive. I don't know how they've survived this long. It looks like they're about to have a new roommate. Oh! It's gonna be hard to go to sleep with
Oh.
all those explosions. Who's
Well, at the
setting
very
off the
least-
fireworks?
At the very least in the morning, they'll have something to eat.
Yeah, and they'll have somebody to talk to as they come to life with the train lizard in there. Meanwhile, Orange Lizard is just looking at a massive bodies beneath them from all of the detonations and wondering how it got this way. There's only 5 seconds left on the clock. This run is coming to an end. It has been absolute madness. Really
And
impressive.
it looks like a flashbang on Orange Lizard's side. Meanwhile, Pink Lizard has just died.
Yep. That is the kill Slugcat command coming in, I think. Nope.
Yeah,
haven't even
that was
seen it.
That looked like the Kill Slugcat command.
Ah, there it is. There it is. And yeah, that is the end of that run. The poll is up. Please vote for the runner who you think did the coolest job.
Very
Who is-
chaotic run.
Yeah, who's the coolest cat? That was
Was
wild.
It was a tad bit difficult to see what was going on through all of that.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of corpse clogging going on, and to be quite honest with you, well actually, Orange and Pink both spent, I want to say, a solid 5 minutes at the very beginning staying alive once they got past that first room, and they had a lot of garbage to deal with. It was quite impressive.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Frankly, I feel like if I was in their situation, I would not have been able to get as far as them.
Well, who knows? There were a lot of teleports. I think Pink Lizard was on the good receiving end of those in a couple of situations, but then they made the most of it, somehow found time to eat, and I'm not sure where they did that. They got a few shelter rests and made a lot of permanent progress. Orange Lizard had a lot of really cool close-up skirmishes and escapes from creatures, but it's kind of got a little unlucky at the last second.
Yeah, Orange Lizard did make a lot of progress, but had difficulty finding places to actually save said progress.
Yeah. And we saw a lot of red lizards, and I'll be honest, I think one of the scariest redeems for me is the spawn dead red lizard.
Oh, it can be difficult to tell which ones are alive and which ones aren't.
Yeah, because even when they're damaged, they suddenly come back up and like snap at you and insta-kill you. But not only that, their bodies are huge and they block the way. So
Meantime-
even when they're dead, they can get you killed.
Looks like voting is about to end, and soon enough we're gonna see the winner. If anyone wants their last minute votes, please put them in.
Yeah, it's a close battle. But it looks like it is over. Pink
And
Lizard
Pink
winning.
Lizard. Congratulations to Pink Lizard.
Is well done indeed. Excellent job making it through so much of Pipe Yard. Good work to both runners. And good work to Twitch chat for making that an especially interesting run to watch.
There were quite a few explosions.
There was more than quite a few. I am surprised they did not die to more of them.
I'm surprised
they're-
as well.
Yeah, but there's always the opportunity. We are going to an intermission just now. I think we have another run after this. We will be right back. Thank you all for watching.
Hello, everyone. It's me again. I'm here. Thank you all for watching and showing up to the event. These runs that we've had for both days have been very, very good on both streams. Thank you all for participating, whether you're an observer, a participation person, a volunteer. Right now, we're at the point where we have gotten through all of the people that we can, and all the people that could still do runs are either not around or not going to be able to be around the rest of the night here. So we're going to stop our stream, and we will be streaming next weekend. We'll give exact times on the Discord later on. We'll post a Discord in the chat as well. So now, actually. And we'll ping using the roll ping if you want that. So people know when the next event is. And we'll get all the people we can that have passed the first matches that they have had to do. Essentially, next weekend will all be about all the people who have survived 3 matches without losing twice will then all compete each other until there is only one person left. But yes, alright. Again, thank you all for watching. Remember to thank all your hosts and production people that have helped out today. Additionally, just to state now, just because I know some people might think about it, we are thinking about our next event, which will be much different from this one. It's just in rough planning, of course. But we'll figure it out and talk to people about it at a later date. Alright. I hope you all have a good night and a good rest of your week. Goodbye.